Hi everyone, I'm Deborah. Welcome to Fine Foods Blog. Today we're going to make Spanish-style garlic shrimp. It's also called Gambas al Ajillo. If you go to a Spanish restaurant that serves tapas, that's what you might find on the menu. I used to work at a Spanish restaurant and this is one of the most popular dishes that we had. It's really simple to make this at home. You only need a few ingredients. We're going to start with about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of shrimp. I like the 21 to 30 size for this. We also have 1/4 cup of thinly sliced garlic, and this is really the key to all the flavor in this dish. It's very important to slice it thinly like this. This dish is so easy to make, and really just chopping this garlic thinly is about the hardest thing you're going to have to do. But we're going to poach it in the olive oil first, so it's going to infuse the olive oil with so much flavor, and then the shrimp is going to pick up on all that flavor, and then when you're done, you're just going to want to eat this garlic on a slice of bread. It's fantastic. So we'll need a little bit of salt. We're going to have a little bit of crushed red pepper to add a little kick. We're going to garnish with some freshly sliced parsley and some fresh lemon. So the first thing we're going to do is just salt our shrimp and let it sit for a little bit while we slice the garlic. So we're just going to pop that in there. Give it a little toss. And then we're going to slice this garlic. And again, this is the key to all the flavor in this dish. And you know, sometimes when you're peeling garlic, you just want to smush it to get this skin off, but you really don't want to do that here because you want these nice thin slices. So once you get the skin off, just be really careful and protect your fingers. And just go slow and give it a nice thin slice. There we're good. And if you get some with that little stem in the middle, just try to pick it out if you can. But you don't want the garlic to get into too small of slivers because then it's going to burn in the olive oil. You want to keep it in nice slices. So when you go to the grocery store to get shrimp, just know that what you find in the seafood case is more expensive because it's already been thawed out for you, not because it's better. I used to work in the seafood department and when I was in college, and I thawed out a lot of shrimp. So just get whatever's best for you and your budget. If you'd rather have it peeled and deveined already, go ahead and get that. If you don't mind peeling it, go ahead and get that if it's a better price. Eating the vein of the shrimp will not hurt you. It is not shrimp poop, so it's really purely for cosmetic reasons. So just get whatever works best for how much work you want to do at home and whatever's good for your budget. So the shrimp that I have here today are peeled and deveined. It was a good price, so that's what I got. And these are the 21 to 30 size per pound. I like that for this recipe because they cook very quickly, and we're going to need to make sure that they all stay in a nice even layer in the pan when they're cooking. So I've got a cast iron pan here with 1 1/4 cup of olive oil, and I'm going to turn on the heat to medium low. We really want to keep the heat low on this because we're just going to poach the garlic very slowly. We don't want it brown or burned. So once we get the heat on, I'm going to pop all of this garlic in here. Then we're just going to add a pinch of crushed red pepper. You don't want to add too much. It's going to get too spicy too fast. Now, we're going to keep an eye on that and let that slowly poach for a few minutes. Keep the garlic spread out so it's even. And once it just barely starts to get fragrant and it's maybe barely getting brown on the edge, that's when we're going to add our shrimp. So we started with the olive oil cool in the pan because we don't want to fry the garlic. We want it to gently come up to temperature with the olive oil so that it infuses it with flavor and it doesn't get brown and crispy. And now the garlic has been in the pan for a few minutes and we're starting to smell the garlic. It's starting to kind of bubble up around the edges, and that's when you know you're getting close to being ready to add the shrimp. We just want it to be nice and fragrant and start to get a little bit translucent, and then we're ready to add the shrimp. Okay, so the garlic is ready. It's nice and fragrant. It's got a little bit of gentle bubbles around the edges and it's softened up. So now it's time to add the shrimp. And when you do this, don't walk away. This is going to go really fast. So you want to get the shrimp all in a nice even layer in the pan. Be careful, the oil is warm. Don't let it splash. We really want to ensure that it's all in one layer and not laying on top of each other so that it cooks evenly. And then this is going to go really quickly. Pretty much as soon as you get all of the shrimp in, it barely starts to turn pink. We're going to flip them all over. And then we're going to take it off the heat. So now we're just going to wait until we see the shrimp barely turn pink on one side, and then we're going to flip them all over and then take them right off the heat because they're going to keep cooking in this warm olive oil. Okay, so now you see the shrimps barely starting to turn pink. They're starting to tighten up. So we're going to start flipping them over. And I like a cast iron pan for this because generally it's nice even heat. My oven slants a little bit, so sometimes I still get one side of the pan that cooks before the other, but we can work with it. All right, now I've got all my shrimp flipped over. They're all in a nice even layer. You can see the oil has a little sizzle to it. The garlic is nice and soft. And now we're going to take it off the heat. So I've just taken the shrimp off the heat, and I love to just serve this in the pan that we cook it in. It's great with some crusty French bread. You just pop that in the pan. We're going to top it with a little bit of fresh parsley. And sprinkle a little more crushed red pepper on there. And then squeeze some fresh lemon. All right, and I'm just going to stick my fingers in there and taste it. Because the olive oil has cooled down enough for that. The shrimp is perfectly cooked. It is not dry or rubbery. It is just perfect. You have a little bit of kick from that crushed red pepper, the freshness of the parsley, and the garlic flavor is infused through everything. And then what you're definitely going to want to do is get some crusty bread and tear off a piece and just get in there and get some of those garlic slices. It's so good. So you're having a Spanish tapas dish, so you should serve it with some cava. Tapa actually means top. If you go to a tapas bar in Spain, they'll serve you a glass of cava, and they might put the plate of tapas right on top of the glass. So have it with some cava. It's really affordable. You can find it most places for less than $10 a bottle. So get some sparklies, invite your friends over, put the skillet on the table, and eat some shrimp together. So I hope you enjoyed this video. For the full recipe, go to finefoodsblog.com and search for garlic shrimp. Please also sign up for my email newsletter, and I'll send recipes directly to your inbox. Look for more videos coming soon. Thanks so much.